This is the world's smallest, fully functional RC drift car. And just look at how tiny this little car really is. It's 1/76th scale. So why would you want to buy one of these? Well, if you're in the UK like me, the weather is always miserable. So little cars like this are ideal on rainy days. And something like this tiny little Turbo Racing C65 would be really good fun on an indoor track. But unfortunately, there may be one thing that puts you off this really cool little RC car, and that is the price. Now, these things cost around £70, which is about $100, and for something this small, that's quite a lot of money. And when you look at all the other options out there in this price range, well, this isn't an RC car you buy when you're just starting out in the hobby. This is just an RC car you buy because it looks really cool. It's crazy how tiny this thing really is. Just because it's small, it doesn't mean it hasn't got some really cool features. I mean, this thing has fully proportional steering. It has a really cool LED lighting setup. These tyres look really cool. They're made out of metal. There we have our charging port. I just think this is a really cool little car to have to play around at home on your desk. So let's have a quick look at what you get in the box. So here we have a black and white manual, some kind of circle fixing exercise. I think that's so we can do some donuts maybe. Looks like we've got a couple of spare bodies that we can customize ourselves, a screwdriver, USB cable, and then finally the transmitter. Now we have got a foam grip on the wheel. This does take 4 AAAs to get you up and running. This is a 4-channel transmitter. There we have channel 4, channel 3. I do believe those control the LED lights. We have the usual steering trim, throttle trim and dual rate adjustments, and that's pretty much it. These are actually really nice and they really do work well. Now this thing has a tiny inbuilt battery which I think takes around 30 minutes to charge from empty. Now this is powered by a tiny little brush motor. Let's switch it on. Just noticing the gyro working. It's amazing how much tech they can fit into such a small package. Next up, I'm going to show you the LED lights, and I'm doing it in the pitch black because the last time I didn't, someone did complain about it. They left a comment saying, why do you always do this? Why do you show us LED lights during the day? So this is for you. So clicking the channel 3 button on the transmitter, you can cycle through all of the different settings. Hitting the channel 4 button also makes the LEDs flash. Next up, we need to see how this little car is going to perform. So I'm going to set up a little track in my kitchen. It's nice and flat in there, and we should be able to get some decent footage. But before we do that, would you like to win a brand new Armour Big Rock 3S? A couple of days ago, I posted my full review of the Armour Big Rock 3S because I wanted to see if it was still relevant in 2024. And guess what? It absolutely is. That truck is an absolute beast. Now the good news is I'm giving one of you guys the chance to win the Armour Big Rock 3S as featured on my channel. And as much as I don't want to part with it because I love it, I have to because I've got too many cars. So if you want to take part and support the channel and have a chance at winning a brand new RC car, head over to Raffle after this video. So there's only one thing left to do. We need to see how this little car performs. Now straight away I noticed how well this little car performed, and it does help having that gyro. Now after practicing a bit, I was starting to get the hang of it, but it's still not as easy as it looks. I've actually turned the throttle down to 75%, which has actually helped me massively. Now, if you was running a few of these around on your homemade track, I think it would be really fun. This may be a good opportunity to get the kids involved in the hobby as well. This is definitely a great little thing for them because they'll see this and they'll definitely want to have a go. And I've got kids of my own, and one of the hardest things these days is trying to get them into the hobby. Now, the real question here is, would I pay £70 or $100 for this little RC car? Personally, I don't know if I would, but that's just me. I don't think it excites me enough, but someone else may disagree. I actually think if it was priced between £40 to £50, it may do a lot better. But having a few of these turbo racing cars on the channel in the past, they always seem to be in the same kind of price range, and everyone seems to say they're just that little bit too expensive. But what I consider expensive, someone else may not, so it's entirely down to your budget. There we go then guys, that was the new Turbo Racing C65. Now would I buy one of these at the current price to use indoors? When the weather's really bad outside, don't know if I would. And that is because I have featured some really cool indoor RC cars before which do actually perform better than this. But I think we can all agree it is really cool to look at, and it's amazing how much technology they've managed to cram into that tiny little car. So let me know in the comments section what you make of the Turbo Racing C65. Would you buy one of these at the current price? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and of course check out the Armour Big Rock 3S over on raffle after this video. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one, take care. If you enjoyed seeing this little car in action, click one of these videos now to check out more from Turbo Racing here on my channel.